Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mamta Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce, Kishanlal Public College, Rewari. The topic on which we are going to discuss is issue of shares. In our previous videos, we have discussed some topics of income tax. In this video, the topic is of corporate accounting. So, let us start our today's topic. Before discussing issue of shares, one must know the meaning of corporate accounting. Corporate accounting, which is here divided into two parts, or we can say that corporate accounting is made up of two words: corporate plus accounting. Corporate, which denotes company; accounting, which is the process of recording, classifying, summarizing, analyzing, and interpreting the results. So, if we add both these two words, corporate accounting, it means applying the principle, rule, regulation, process of accounting in corporate sector, or for making the company accounts. There are so many concepts, conventions, standards, principles which are mentioned in the accounting. So, when we use these concept, conventions, standards, accounting principles while preparing the accounts of companies, it may be known, or it is known as corporate accounting. So, among these all principle, process, concept, issue of share is one of them. So, let's start our topic, issue of shares. The capital of company is divided into smaller units, and this small unit is known as share. There are so many resources for the capital of a company, like there may be private sources, there may be the company can use or can have this capital from the outside sources. Basically, when we talk about the sources of funds for a company, we divide it into two parts: short term funds, long term funds. Short term funds which meet the short term requirement, long term funds which meets the long term requirements. Share capital is like long term fund. Owned capital, outside sources of finance. There may be different type of sources of having capital for a company. Share capital, if we define the share capital, we simply say that the total capital of the company is divided into small components, and this each and every component is known as share. Like if a company is having capital of rupees 10 lakh, and it is divided into smaller parts like 1 lakh of rupees 10 each, then this 1 lakh is the number of shares of a company. Clear? So this is called the share. It means the smaller unit of the capital. There may be two type of shares: equity shares and preference shares. Equity shares and preference shares. There are further types of preference shares: cumulative, non-cumulative, redeemable, irredeemable, participating, non-participating, convertible, non-convertible. So let's have a discussion over these two type of shares. As if we talk about issue of shares, we must know the difference between the equity share and preference shares. Equity shares are those shares who are paid after making the payment to preference shareholders. Clear? After making the payment to preference shareholders. It means there is no certainty for the payment of dividend and capital to equity shareholders. We can say that At the time of winding up of the company, the capital is to be paid back to the shareholders. Equity shareholders are like the owners of the company. They are the voters of the company. They have the right to take the decision of for the well-being of the company. But when we talk about the payment is not certain. At last or at the winding up of the company, if the company is having some fund after making the payment of preference share capital, only then their capital will be paid to them. What about dividend? There is no certain rate of dividend, there is no fixed rate of dividend. That means whatever the amount left in the hands of the company will be paid to the equity shareholder. So yes, there is a risk for the equity shareholders, as there may be cases when there is no amount left in the company account, but if there is a sufficient balance after making the payment to preference shareholders, then the rest of the amount or the balance of the amount will go in the hands of the equity shareholders. So they are in a good position as well. Like where there is a risk, there is more profit. So equity shareholders have risk and cost as well, but the profit will be more in the hands of the equity shareholder as compared to preference shareholders. Clear? Now the preference shares. Preference shares are those shares who are paid before making any payment to the equity shareholders. That means there is an order of a company accounts, like trading profit and loss account is being prepared. After preparing the profit and loss account, appropriation is to be done, like the financial expenses are to be paid, and then interest on debentures is to be paid, taxes to be paid, preference dividend is to be paid, and then the balance will be paid to the equity shareholder. So the preference dividend is to be paid before making any payment to the equity shareholder. So this is like good chance for the preference shareholder, but there is a limitation also. Limitation is the fixed rate of dividend. Like equity do not have any fixed rate of dividend, so whatever the amount left in the company accounts will go in the hands of the equity shareholders. But in case of preference share, there is a prefixed rate of dividend, like 10%, 15%, 20%. Whatever the company is earning, they will have to get only that particular rate of dividend. Clear? And what about their capital? Their capital is also to be paid before making any payment to the equity shareholder. Go back to our previous slide, which define the different types of preference shares. Cumulative, non-cumulative. Cumulative, as its name shows, cumulate. Like there may be a situation when the company is not able to make payment of the dividend to the preference shareholders. If the preference share which are issued is cumulative preference share, then their dividend will be cumulated. That means in an year when the company do not have profit, may pay the dividend for that particular year in the next upcoming years when the company earned profit. Clear? That means the preference shareholders have the right to cumulate their dividend. They will get their dividend in an year when the company earned profit. Clear? Non-cumulative, when the dividend will not be cumulated. It means in a year when there is no profit, then dividend will go to an end. That means they will not receive dividend for that particular year. Clear? Redeemable, irredeemable. Redeemable, irredeemable. Redeemable preference shares are those which may be redeemed at any time before the winding up of the company. Clear? Before the winding up of the company. That means these are not issued for making or for paying back their capital only at the winding up of the company. Like if the preference shares are issued for 10 years, then at the end of the 10 years they will be matured and their payment will be made. This is called redeemable preference share. That means the redemption or the payment of preference share capital can be made to preference shareholders before the winding up of the company. Irredeemable preference shareholders, as we understand with the help of redeemable, the preference shareholders who do not get their payment during the lifetime of the company. That means their payment can only be made at the winding up of the company. Clear? Another type or another classification is participating, non-participating preference share. Participating, who have the right to participate in the profits, or non-participating, who do not have any right for the participation of profits. What about the profit? Profit which is surplus, like interest on debenture is already paid, tax is already paid, then first the fixed rate of dividend for the preference shareholders will be paid. Like if the company has issued 10% preference shares, then first 10% of the profit will be paid to the preference shareholders. After then the dividend to the equity shareholders will be paid. Still, if there is a surplus in the accounts of the company, then the participating preference shareholders will have a right to participate in the remaining or the surplus of the profit. So depends upon the nature of the issue of preference shares. If they are non-participating, then they will get only their fixed rate of dividend. They will not have the right to get their additional payment. And the last one is convertible, non-convertible. Convertible, as its name shows, which may be converted into another type of share, like which may be converted into equity share or stock as well. Non-convertible preference share, which cannot be converted at all. That means if they are issued as preference shares, they will have to get their payment only in the sense of preference shares. These type of shares cannot be converted into any other type of share at all. Clear? So these are the some types of preference shares. Now the main point, issue of shares. There may be two types or there may be two forms of issuing shares. One is private placement of shares, another one is public placement of shares. Private placement, sometime the company or the promoters who have to issue these shares have confidence in their public image or in their capacity to earn capital privately. That means they have confidence that they can contribute or they can get their capital privately. They need not to make or issue these shares to the general public. This is called private placement of shares. There may be different ways of issuing the shares privately, like when you issue your shares to the promoters as well, when you issue the shares to the employees as well, and when you issue your shares to your existing shareholders. This is called like private placement of shares. Means the company do not offer the share to the general public. And the second, issue of share to the general public. There is a particular process of issuing shares to the general public, like first to issue prospectus, then to receive applications, then to make allotments, and then to make calls. So first, to issue prospectus. Company cannot directly issue shares to the general public as it is equal for all. That means it may be issued within India as well as outside India. So how the people will know about your issue of shares, that you are going to issue the shares. So the company has to issue the prospectus which will contain all the informations regarding the issue of shares, like what shall be the opening of application money, that means up to which date you have to apply for the issue of share, for the purchase of shares, what shall be the different dates for the allotment, what shall be the last date for the first call and second call, what will be the various types of shares which a company is going to issue, who are the promoters of the company, what is the previous profit and loss statement, profit and loss account statement of the company. So these type of information, everyone want to know these type of information before purchasing the shares of a company. Like if I have to invest in any company, first I would like to know that at which rate the company earn, like at which rate I am going to earn. So this is the main point. So these information will be contained or will be mentioned in a prospectus. So before making any issue of share, the company first has to prepare a prospectus. There may be a different classification like public company or a private company. There may be a different way like statement in lieu of prospectus, but a prospectus is mandatory. Clear? After issuing the prospectus, second point which is to be second step which is to be followed is to receive application. Like the company has issued prospectus, the public or the person who want to purchase the share first will purchase the prospectus. This prospectus will contain information, all information about the company, as well as a form will be attached with this prospectus. The person who or the person who wishes to purchase the share will fill this performa or form and submit it to the company along with the application money. There must be a definite date for or the last date for applying or for submitting your application money. After this receiving of application, the company has to make the allotments. There may be different cases, like when the share which are, there may be different cases like pro rata allotment, that the company has invited application for a number of share. There may be under subscription, there may be over subscription. Under subscription, when the number of applied candidates are less than the offered value. Over subscription, when the company offer a definite number of share and a number more than this offered value, the company receives the application. This is called over subscription. So whatever the case may be, under subscription, over subscription, the company has to make the allotments. There may be a case where the person do not get any allotment of share, or there may be on a proportionate basis as well. So it depends upon the policy of the company. And the last one, after allotment, to make the calls. There may be two type of calls, like first call, second call. Basically the total share value is divided into various parts. Like if a company is going to issue a share of rupees 10, then it can divide it into four parts, like application money, allotment money, first call money, second call money. Application money like 3 rupees, allotment money like 3 rupees, and then 2 rupees for first call and 2 rupees for final call. So it depends upon the policy of the company that how they bifurcate their total share value into these various subcomponents. Clear? And these are the entries on the issue of shares. As we have discussed, there may be there are four steps which are to be followed while issuing the share: receiving application money, making allotment, and then making calls, first call and second call. So on each and every action the company has to pass the journal entry. Clear? Like first start with the first step. First the company receive the application money. It shows the person's willingness to purchase the share of the company. Like if a person is willing to purchase the share of the company, it is not a verbal communication. It is a proper payment method. Like you have to make a payment to the company to show your willingness that you want to purchase the particular number of share of the company. Clear? So as when the company receive the application money, they will have to pass a journal entry. How we pass the journal entries? There are two accounts, like there are two effects, debit and credit. Clear? So first, as the company receive the amount, so it will debit its bank account, like bank account debit, then to share application account. Why this bank account is being debited? Reason being, debit what comes in. I hope everyone know about the three accounts: personal, real, nominal. Bank is your real account, debit what comes in, debit, credit what goes out. There are basically three accounts: personal, real, nominal. Personal, which is directly related with an individual, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Real, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. And the nominal account, debit all the expenses, credit all the income. So always keep in mind while passing the journal entry. So first the company will pass the journal entry for receiving the application money. For receiving the application money, debit what comes in. What come in? It is cash or bank. So bank account debit to share application account. Why we are crediting share application? Reason being, this bank account is debited in reference to this share application. Clear? After receiving this share application, this amount is to be transferred to the share capital account. Clear? That means this amount is not to be kept in this share application account. It is to be transferred to the share capital account. It is a separate account. Share capital account is a separate account which is prepared to maintain all the transactions regarding this share which the company is going to issue. Clear? So second entry is share application account debit. Why we have debited? As in the previous entry we have credited this share application. Now we have to transfer this money to share capital. Whenever we have to transfer or whenever we have to cancel an account, then we have to pass the reverse entry. In the previous entry we have credited share application account. Now we have to transfer this money. So now we will pass the reverse entry. Share capital now will be debited. And to which account it is to be transferred? It is to be transferred to share capital account. So share application account debit to share capital account. Here no narration is written, no amount has been used. So whenever you try to solve the question, always first write down the narration. Clear? After the journal entry, a narration is to be added. Now for the entries on the allotment. There is a difference between the share application and share allotment. At the time of application, share application, we first receive the application, then transfer it to the share capital account. But after application money, in rest of all the entries, first the amount is to be due and then to be received by the company. Clear? First, when we talk about application money, it is received, then to be transferred to the share capital. Reason being, first the amount was received by the company, then the share capital account was created. But for the rest of the entries, first the amount will be due and then will be transferred to the share capital account. Clear? So now it is very simple for rest of the entries. One thing you should also keep in your mind, then what type of share you are going to issue. Like if the company is issuing equity share, we will write equity share application account. If the company is going to issue preference share, then we will write preference share application. That means before share, equity or preference, whatever type of share the company is going to issue should be written. Clear? So at the time of allotment, first due entry. Due means share allotment account debit to share capital account. Then we will receive this allotment money. For receiving the allotment money, first debit what comes in, it is your bank account debit to share allotment. Share allotment has been credited in reference to the receiving of this allotment money. Clear? Now for the first call and second call, first due like share first call account debit to share capital, then for receive bank account debit to share first call. In the same way for the share second call account debit to share capital account, and then bank account debit to share second call account. Clear? So it's very simple to write down all the entries on the issue of shares. Just keep in mind that in case of application money, first we will receive the application money, then we will transfer it to share capital account. But in the rest of the cases, first due entries to be made, then receiving entries to be made. Reason behind this? Reason is very simple. Application money, which we have already stated that application money is like the willingness, or it is like your intention that you want to purchase the share of the company. But as when as you show your intention to purchase the share at the time of allotment, first the amount is to be due, that you have to pay this amount. Due entry shows that this amount is due on the part of the shareholder, then he will pay amount to the company. So this is the reason behind this difference. Clear? Issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Issue of shares for consideration other than cash. For consideration other than cash, its name clearly shows for consideration. It means there is a transaction between the person to whom the shares are to be issued and the company. And for this transaction, the company has to issue the shares. Clear? Like issue of shares to promoters, issue of shares for the purchase of assets. Clear? Issue of shares to promoters. I hope everyone know about the meaning of the promoter. Promoter are the real founder of the company. A number of activities are to be done on the part of the promoter, like from the promotion till the capital subscription. The promoters are the only persons who have to perform all these activities. Clear? So if we talk about the remuneration of the promoter, there is no certain guideline for the remuneration of the promoter. It depends upon the company, either it pays remuneration to them or not. So why, if there is no remuneration, why promoters will work for the promotion of the company? So like a consideration, a company issues shares to the promoters. Promoters are the real founders of the company who promote the company, who we say that invent the company, who first have the idea into their mind for creating this company. So in their all functions or the activities which are being done by them, there is no perfect there is no any solution, there is no any mode of payment for them. So in consideration they are the company issue shares to promoters. So whenever a company issues shares to the promoters, the company has to pass a journal entry for this issue of shares to the promoters. So as promoters are related with the incorporation of the company, so it is like an incorporation cost for a company. So this incorporation cost, it is a nominal account, debit all the expenses and credit all the incomes. So it is like a cost for the company as incorporation cost or formation expenses. So the company will, or we will debit the incorporation cost account to share capital. Why we have credited share capital here? Reason being the shares are issued by the company, but we have not debited here bank account. Reason being it is a consideration. It means the company is not receiving any money in the form of application or allotment, first call or second call or anything else. Clear? So simply a cost is being created by the company as incorporation cost or formation expenses. So this incorporation cost will be debited and share capital will be credited. Clear? Second issue of share for consideration other than cash is issue of share for purchase of asset. Sometime a company purchase asset without making any cash payment. If a company pay cash to the person from whom the company has purchased the asset, then there is no need to pay any other consideration. Like first we will pass the journal entry for this purchase. For the purchase, the entry will be sundry asset account debit to vendors account. First think about the purchase entry. But at the time of purchase of asset, what entry is to be passed? If the company purchase the asset for cash, then sundry asset account debit to bank account. Sundry asset debit what comes in to bank account, credit what goes account. Clear? So here the company has not made any payment. So this is why to vendor account. Vendor is the person to whom we have to make the payment in future. Clear? So sundry asset account debit to vendors account. If you do not remember this vendor word, you can write down the word or the name of that particular person from whom we have purchased the asset. Like a company purchased sundry asset from XY Limited. Then we can pass the journal entry sundry asset account debit to XY Limited. Sundry asset here is debited. Debit what comes in to XY Limited. Reason being it is the giver. XY Limited is a personal account, and in case of personal we state that debit the receiver, credit the giver. So XY Limited is the giver. Clear? So sundry asset account debit to vendor account. Now the company has to make the payment to the vendor. If the company pays the amount, then vendor will be debited. When we have to cancel an account, a reverse entry is to be passed. In the previous entry, vendor is credited. So for the reverse entry, vendor now will be debited. If you make the payment, then it will be to bank account. Reason being, credit what goes out. But as the topic states that issue of shares for the purchase of asset, it means the company will issue share instead of making the payment. So what will be the entry? Vendors account debit to share capital account. Clear? So this is the issue of share for consideration other than cash. For consideration other than cash, that means the company do not receive any cash. Company has some obligation for the outside parties and for these obligations the company issue the shares. So in that case, bank account will not be taken while making the issue of share. Reason being, there is no cash which is received by the company. Clear? So this is an overview of issue of shares. This video or this lecture will help you in understanding the concept related to, or the basic concepts related to the issue of shares. So before doing the practical or before solving the practical portion of issue of shares, first we have to understand all these concepts. So first learn or understand all these concepts, like entries at the time of issue of shares, like entries for consideration other than cash. There are some other points also which we have to consider, which we will discuss in our further lectures, like issue of shares at par, at premium, at discount. Other than this, there may be a case of oversubscription, undersubscription, and there may be different type of problems while solving the numerical questions relating to issue of shares. So we will discuss all this in the next upcoming lecture. Thank you.